Good, very early morning, guys, from the city of Garmisch-Partenkirchen in Germany. Garmisch-Partenkirchen is a very famous ski resort, as you know, and maybe you are wondering what am I doing here on 27th of June at 5 a.m. Well, we have a purpose here, and it is to climb the Germany's highest peak, which is called Zugspitze. And we are a group of friends, 4 people. So let me give you some information about this peak. This peak is around 3000 meters high. 2962 I think was the correct height, but we are not gonna climb it the easy way, because there is an easy way. You have direct lifts from the Austrian side and also from the German side, but you can also hike it. You know that I like hiking, and I have shown you some videos from my climb of Mount Toubkal, the highest peak in northern Africa, in the autumn of 2025, and also of Mount Olympus in Greece. So this is another attempt for an interesting mountain video, something a bit different than the normal videos that I do. So we will do it the maximum exhausting way, which is to climb directly from here, from Garmisch-Partenkirchen. This is around 22 to 23 kilometers to climb the peak, and it is around 2200 meters of denivellation. So we will have a lot of climb today, and we also want to come back the same route without using any help, entirely hiking. So it will be a very long day, and I will also show you some very beautiful views from this route. So guys, here we are gradually getting out of Garmisch-Partenkirchen, and this is the beginning of the real trail. We are very close to the river. This river is called Partnach. You can see it on the left, and we will follow it for most of the track towards the peak in the next few hours for sure. The river gorge of the river is also very famous and very beautiful, but unfortunately it opens around 8 a.m. so we won't be able to pass through it, but nevertheless for sure we will have some very beautiful views. So guys, this is the beginning of the river gorge. As you can see, it is very beautiful, and the color of this water is simply amazing. The nature here in the Alps is very beautiful. So guys, this is the official entrance of the gorge. You can see it, but unfortunately it's not working still. So what we need to do is to get this climb here and pass via this wooden bridge, so that you can use an alternative bypass trail which will allow you to continue towards the peak. This is how the river gorge looks. Down is the paved road, and here is the alternative bypass that climbs and allows you to continue further. As you can see guys, Bavaria is a very green, very beautiful part of Germany. You can see very beautiful village in front of us, as well as the Alps themselves, which are very impressive mountains, and also the sun is slowly rising, so this is really something that you need to see. So guys, we successfully finished the bypass of the river gorge, and now we are back down to the river itself, and we will continue following it till we reach the first hut. Here we are again high above the river, and the view that we have is really beautiful. Obviously in the region there is a lot of limestone deposits because the color of this water is really good. So guys, here is the first hut that we just reached. It took us around 2 hours approximately for 9.4 kilometers, which is pretty good speed. I don't know if we will be able to sustain it because the steepest part is still coming, but we will see. Meanwhile, here is how the hut looks. I'm not exactly sure, I think it is not working yet, but people are just using the place to eat and have some rest before the next stage of the climb. Well guys, as you can see, we are much higher now. These mountains are really magnificent. We also have a very beautiful waterfall, which I'm gonna zoom with my phone. Now you should be able to see it better. Overall, this region is pretty good. Here is how the trail itself looks, and we are nearing the second hut now. So after that we will get away from the river and we will start the main climb. So guys, the time is 8:30. We just reached the second hut, which is called Hütte, and it is located at 1370 meters above sea level. Maybe I will also check if they have beer, because this is a suitable place to drink a cold beer before starting the steepest part of our climb. Let me show you again the river, which is also very beautiful. And let me also check what is our approximate speed till now. So we have walked around 14 kilometers for 3.5 hours. So this is a bit over 4 kilometers per hour, which is pretty good speed, but yeah, the steepest part is still in front of us, so I think that it will drop. But anyway, we are walking with good pace, so everything is pretty okay. Let me show you this interesting place. This is Buddhist. I have seen such things in videos from Nepal, Bhutan, Tibet and so on. It is strange what exactly it does here, but yeah, anyway, pretty interesting. So guys, this is the end of the easy part of the climb. Here is the beginning of the river, as you can see, and we will now start the much steeper climb towards the third hut, and then towards the glacier, and then towards the peak. You can see in the distance people who are already climbing, so that's about it. Let's start the real business. So guys, I just want to show you this very beautiful view of the valley and the second hut, and also so that you can see how quickly we are gaining height here. It is a rather steep route, but yeah, there is no other way to reach the peak. So guys, we just reached the third hut, which is called Hütte, and you can see it here. Here is how it looks. It is more like a restaurant, not only a hut. You have food, you have drinks, you have everything that you need. And by the way, while watching this very beautiful view towards the valley from where we came, let me tell you that it took us just exactly 2 hours to reach this hut from the previous one because there is a 600 meters difference in the height between the two. So we will have a quick break here so that we can have some power for the last stage, and after that we will go towards the ski zone from where the last attack of the summit will start. Let me also show you the inside of the hut. This is how it looks. As you can see, there are a lot of people, but you can have everything that you need here. So guys, here we have typical alpine beauty. Just look at it. It is simply amazing. So guys, we almost reached the ski zone below Zugspitze, and in fact you can see the peak itself. The shiny thing that you can see in the distance is the cable car station, which is very few meters from the peak itself. So we only have to climb this and we will be in our final destination. So guys, it is time for the final push. Here you can see the cable car station of the cable car which goes to the top, and here you can see the climb itself. And this is the station which is on the top. This is where we need to go. Let me try to zoom a bit with my phone so that you can see better exactly what we will do. Now you should be able to see the upper station. Here it is, and the cable car, and here are the people that are climbing. This is what we will also need to do in a few minutes. So guys, except this very beautiful panorama that I'm going to show you, let me show you how slippery this slope is. You can see these are literally only small rocks. They are very brittle, very slippery, and the only route is right ahead of you. So we will really need some time to clear this. So guys, in fact this second section here of the trek is still steep, without any doubt, but it is not so slippery, and you even have a steel rope you can hold. So generally the first part is the hardest, at least so far, but we will see what else lies ahead. And here is, guys, what normally happens when you climb mountains. You reach the top and you see, okay, that's it, that's the end, I'm near. And after that you see that no, you are not near, there is always another climb. So yeah, we are very close indeed, but maybe I will need another 15-20 minutes to reach the peak. So guys, we are almost there, only a few meters are left. Here is the peak itself, but before that let me show you something interesting, because this peak Zugspitze, it is located on the border between Germany and Austria. So you have one cable car going down into this valley from where we came, and this is the German side. But here we also have a cable car which comes from Austria, and this is extremely high cable car, very impressive. I have no idea what's the price of it, but I'm absolutely sure that it is pretty expensive. And you can see down the village, I don't know what's the name of it, from where the cable car from Austria comes. So guys, we are finally at the top. As you can see, this is the entrance to the Austrian side. They have museum, restaurant, cable car, everything. And here is the German side, which is bigger. And in fact, we have pretty good choice of food and drinks here. Also, there are some souvenirs that you can buy. I have absolutely no idea what the prices is, but I'm sure that they are pretty high considering where we are. Here we have a beer garden, maybe. It looks like that. So I will take a few pictures. They have a menu here. Well, in fact, the beer is 6.80, which is pretty close to what we had on the huts before. There are only 10 cents increase of the price, so if you want to get the beer, and I definitely not only want but I need, you can have it. The lake here is absolutely breathtaking. I'm not sure what this lake is, how it is named, but it is one of the most beautiful things that I have seen. So guys, I checked and this is the Lake Alps, in fact. Very beautiful lake, but as far as I have read, extremely expensive place for vacation, which in the Alps it's pretty normal. So let's first check what view do we have towards the German side. It is more or less the same that I have shown you earlier, but it is much more beautiful from here because we are higher. And also we have a very beautiful panorama towards the Austrian side via this panoramic place here. Let me just get to it and I will show it to you. By the way, we checked the weather forecast and it says that a storm is quickly approaching, which it doesn't look like that now, but we definitely don't want to have a storm catch us on this slippery road down, so maybe we will need to take the cable car down to the ski zone to avoid that. Here is the view towards the Austrian side. In fact, it is even more beautiful than the German side. And the last thing that I'm gonna show you is where the exact peak of Zugspitze is, because here we have the cable car, but this is not the highest point. The highest point, in fact, is this one there, with the big cross on top of it. But as you can see, there is a very serious line of people queuing to have pictures and videos there. So I don't think that we have the time to go there, and maybe we will just skip that. So guys, let me check what are the prices of the cable car to the German side. Maybe get a quick beer, and we will really need to get down because we have to travel a lot towards Garmisch, and yeah. So guys, we are about to get to the German cable car, and here is how the ticket looks. It is pretty beautiful ticket, by the way. As I see, you just scan it here and get inside. The next one is in 3 minutes, so we should hurry up. And here we should wait till the cable car arrives, because it is every 5 or 10 minutes, something like that. And you can see here that the last one is at 14:25. At least this is what I get. Yeah, last descent. Yeah. So at 4:40 is the last towards the valley. So let us get inside and I will show you how it is. So guys, as you can see, this cable car holds a lot of people. I don't know, but I think that we are at least 20 people, maybe even more. And more are coming. And here you can see the whole path of the cable car. This is the town station, and from there we will continue on foot again. So guys, we just arrived at the ski zone Zugspitze, and you can see that it is pretty big indeed. And here we even have a church, which I'm gonna show you from up close in a bit. And we also have a very beautiful glacier here. So this is pretty interesting church, and as I see, it is pretty new. I here have the year 1980, so most probably this is the time when it was built. And here you can see the glacier, which is pretty beautiful. Glaciers are melting generally nowadays, so it is fascinating to see a live one, which is still pretty good. And in the distance you can see, of course, the path that we took for the climb, which was pretty intense. So guys, it is about the right time to finalize this video. Not because we have reached Garmisch-Partenkirchen, in fact we are still pretty far from it, but because the sun is dropping. As you can see, it is very beautiful, but soon we will also enter the forest again, and there will simply not be enough light for filming. So to sum it up, we managed to climb the peak for 10 hours, and if we remove the two 30-minute breaks that we did, this is a 9 hours total climbing time, which means that the average speed is a little below 3 kilometers per hour, which I find pretty good considering the very steep last part that you saw a few hours ago. So guys, as always, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.